I want to know if you're Team Green, why? For real. I want to know. Tell me in the comments why you're Team Green and just a reason why. It can just be because you like it. I just want to know. I don't understand it. I truly do not. But I'm Abby with Motor City Nerds. Hi to all new subscribers. Welcome. We're on our way to 3K. We're small, but we're awesome. We have a good time over here. Remember that I love this world. I love A Song of Ice and Fire. I love Game of Thrones. So when I say things, chill. We all love it. I love different opinions. I love all of that. That's why I do this. It's super fun. I love hearing other people's takes. What I don't like is just nasty nasties who just go out of their way to be jerks. I'll fight with you in comments, but I'm on OF, I'm on TikTok, I'm on all the things down below. House of the Dragon. And we're going to call it HBO because all these companion podcasts and all this other crap, shut up. Shut up. It's just a ploy for people to try and steer the narrative for their shows and stuff. And I can't stand it.
It feels like there's a lot of pressure to be back.
So this is just the behind the scenes thing. This isn't the recap yet.
Yeah, it is nerve-wracking, but very quickly, it's like a deep familiarity, right? Like we've never been away.
You can definitely tell that this cast gets along and enjoys working with each other, which is always awesome.
It's good to be back in the saddle.
It's so much bigger this year. It's times 10.
I really love her costume a whole lot.
I noticed rapid expansion of the physical set. You can walk all...
If you've been around on the channel, you know that I love a physical set. I love when they have an actual set there. I think it makes a big difference. Something to use as an example, and more people need to watch it so they do a season 2, is the Willow series on Disney+. You can tell they're in sets, and you can tell it makes a difference on the actors. But just go watch anything where they actually had the set there. It makes a difference. It makes a difference for actors when they're not just staring at green all around them. And it does, and I appreciate them doing this.
There's more of a sense of the world, more of a sense of the kingdoms.
There are experts in every corner of the room, and we're all working as a team to make something pretty spectacular.
And I'm sure there's another channel that's going to go through and give you every single sigil and every single banner, and I can do that if you guys want me to. Like, they just showed the House of Frey, which is the ones who killed Robb Stark at the Red Wedding. But let's get real. They're not going to show us anything, like, big yet. They're not.
Do the first season justice, I hope.
We've really tried to push it up a notch.
Oh yeah. Loads more dragons.
Oh, thank God, because I was really kind of disappointed with the Dragon show not having many dragons last season.
We were excited to get into it because
I'm nitpicking, by the way. I'm nitpicking. I thought it was very good.
Dance of the Dragons is fully kicked off.
The tension is bubbling with armies being raised.
We are still cheering for Bun B, the drippiest horse in Westeros.
There are two warring
I'll
factions.
spot him out if they show him.
And the Greens both are convinced of how right their claim is. Both sides have dragons. These stakes keep going up and up and up. It is a
I
very
love Corlys.
emotional and very intense
But
ride.
Princess Rhaenys and Corlys are like my favorite couple in Westerosi history.
Describe it.
The worst. Boo.
Is that a joke
Woo!
question?
Green it up.
Blacks.
Team Green it is for me.
I will
Nasty.
never ever concede.
Thank you.
I'm coming for each and every one of them.
Exactly.
It could go either way.
Support your side, support your side.
We shall see who the last man standing is.
Come to my door and see what happens.
I know a lot of people are really thirsty for Creed and Stark. Don't worry, he's coming. But like I said, this didn't show too much craziness, more of just the detail and how much they're putting into the production, which I always appreciate, and this show never disappoints with. Oh, and if you're new, just know that film is my first love. Like, film as an art form is my first thing I love, and then I love all of this other stuff a whole lot. So it's a constant war in my brain of going the film part and how it needs to be adapted and things like that, and then the fan of this world.
Princess Rhaenys Targaryen would not inherit the Iron Throne. The Lord's
Is it literally just gonna be
intentions,
clips,
her
or are we gonna
younger
get more
cousin,
than
Prince
that?
Viserys Targaryen, my father.
What a goober. He was nice, but he was a goober.
You're worried your father is about to overshadow you with a son. I hope for my father that he gets a son. As long
Because
as I can
girls
have all it's
aren't
always wanted.
shit.
The growing
No.
alliance among the Free Cities
If you're
has
new,
taken the style
I have a
of
whole
itself.
video on that. The entire irony of the Targaryens as a whole, since Aegon the Conqueror, is that if you just would have let women inherit, you would still be in power. Aegon was important. Aegon the Conqueror, he was the face of the Conqueror. He flew around and kept things in order. But who was back at King's Landing making ports and laws and creating the King's Guard and making roads and thoroughfares and a currency for the entire nation? Once it's solidified, the queens were. They were kind of doing all the work for it. And he was still very important, but these women have been proving time and time again they are fully capable of ruling, and if you would have let them take over, you might not be in the position you're in now. But, like I said, I have a whole video on that if you want to check it out.
The Triarchy, the Prince Admiral, they call him the Crab Feeder.
Okay, so I know a lot of people, there's probably a ton of theories out there, and I truly mean this when I say it. Once I started doing YouTube, I stopped watching other channels, stuff, like their reviews and things like that. Like, after I do mine, I might, but normally just people I collab with or I support, and I don't really watch big ones anymore. So if there's some crazy theory out there about this, let me know. But I thought he could be kind of important. I'm assuming he's going to be important in the East, or whatever. Yes, tell me who you think the goddamn Crab Feeder was. Jousting is scary. Yeah, way to kill your wife, Viserys. That was really cool. How romantic. Remember when you said, "You don't matter, Mom. You don't matter, woman. I'm gonna breathe you to death."
How is his grace?
And then you wanted us all to feel bad for you. But I still like you. People can be complicated.
These recent tragedies have left you without an obvious heir.
The succession is already
Shut
set.
up, Otto. You're a dirty little sneak rat fink.
Who else would have a claim?
The king's firstborn child.
No queen has ever sat the Iron Throne.
Yeah. Look where it got him.
Celebrate your own rise. You have no allies at court but me.
Okay, just so you guys know, I am the youngest of 3. Daemon gives off younger sibling energy so well. So well, of like, I know I'm not as important, but I'm really working hard. And I'm really sticking to my shit. And you kind of think I'm all over the place, and you kind of don't agree with me or how I handle things, or how I am at all. But you know I got your back at the end of the day. And Daemon is that. And he's... The youngest sibling shows up to mess everything up.
I'm your heir.
Not anymore.
Let me plug my laptop in right quick.
I'm your brother.
And he's genuinely hurt. He's genuinely hurt by the choices his brother makes.
By order of your king.
Aegon foresaw the end of the world of men.
I don't know if I like all this.
Terrible winter.
I still don't know how I feel about it. I don't hate it.
Song of ice and fire.
But I'm not...
This secret, it's been passed
Get
from
Bran's
king to
dagger
heir
out of
since
here.
Aegon's time. Now you must promise to carry it.
I, Viserys Targaryen, name Rhaenyra Targaryen, Princess of Dragonstone, and heir to the Iron Throne.
King of goobers. And goobering around.
Seize the stepstones by force and burn out this Crab Feeder.
I am not prepared to start a war.
You have.
We're literally just playing clips. Good job, HBO, because you'd copyright all of us. Like you will with this video.
Sir Kristen Cole.
The worst! The worst! Scumbag Central!
Join our families. Wed our daughter, Lena.
Your father will remarry, produce new heirs, and chances are one of those will be male, and one realm will expect him to be heir.
I intend to marry the Lady Alicent Hightower.
Yeah, thanks for banging my dad and not telling me. That was really cool,
Petitioning the
BFF.
king, but he's denied me. Waiting in the stepstones is a chance for you to prove your worth.
Thanks for giving me no warning about
Second
that.
sons, Daemon. Our worth is not given. It must be made.
Your Grace, I bring urgent news from the Stepstones.
Daemon and the Sea Snake started their war without his grace's leave.
Otto, shut up! I don't understand why nobody's just going, he's got a weasel-ass face.
The king wishes for you to join us.
Is it the king's command?
Cool, thanks.
Yes, but
I feel bad for you, but at the same time, not really.
Here's to his grace on his second name day.
Since you came of age, I've been slowly drowning in a lake of parchment. Marriage proposals all. You must marry.
Thank you, Dad. Humiliate me in front of everybody. Love
It
that.
seemed to me the best match for Rhaenyra
No,
was
I
the
like
son of the
Viserys.
Sea Snake.
I like all these
So
characters.
then,
Except
too
Otto.
much to assuage
And
the
Alicent.
coolness of any slight.
And Aegon II.
When you bore the king a son, you ended 15 years of uncertainty and doubt. The road ahead is uncertain,
No one
but
cares,
the
Dad.
end
You're
is
just
clear.
gross and weird.
Aegon will be king.
Why must every effort on your behalf be resisted?
Because you mean to replace me.
Because you started banging my
Alicent
best friend,
Hightower's
Dad.
son.
That was a really
I
cool
swear to
move.
you now,
Remember when you
must
killed my
be
mom and then you started banging my best
as
friend?
to
I
your match.
really
Make
appreciated
it
that.
yourself. Find one that pleases you.
The Crab Feeder and his men have no reason to leave those caves.
We must give them one. An offering of flesh to bait the crab.
That was sick. That run through the sand, goddamn.
Or
Once we smash the Triarchy, they name me King of the Narrow Sea. But I know that there is only one true king, Your Grace.
Younger sibling energy.
The crown and the stepstones are yours.
Damon
We know our
and Rhaenyra
place.
were seen together in a pleasure house, coupling.
You have ruined her. What lord will wed her now in this condition?
Wed her to me.
You're already wed.
My father has made some worrying allegations about you.
Your dad can shove it. How about that?
Never
Nasty high towers.
Your courtship is at an end. You will wed Selena Velaryon.
And what will you do about the vulture who perches upon your throne?
What vulture?
Your hand.
Right, King Goober over here.
She was a calculated distraction.
The guy with the weasel-ass face in your ear all the time.
Calculated it was. I can no longer trust your judgment.
The king will not live to be an old man. And to secure her claim, she'll have to put your children to the sword. Either you prepare...
The funniest thing is when people debate with me online about, like, no, this show is very much about, like, the men are plummeting everything into chaos, and the women are trying just to hold their families together. And whether that's the same thing from the book, or however you feel about the Targaryen history, in your opinion, that's what the show is doing, and I think they're doing it very well. Like I said, all my reviews are up. You can go listen to me prattle on about all these things.
Not for the crown.
Oh, Sir Kristen, bitch made. The biggest bitch ever. Biggest bitch made person ever.
You want me to be your
Do you remember when I was like, hey, let's not make this serious because I'm royalty and the heir to the throne, and get lost, bozo, and you couldn't take a hint, and now you're crying.
We join together in celebration.
This all starts over hatred of a woman.
I was sorry to hear about your lady wife.
Ah, yes. I'm positively bereft.
You appear to be every young maiden's dream.
That's only because you don't know me yet.
Perhaps that is something we might remedy.
Selena is quite dear to me. As I know, the princess
He's
is too.
Joffrey. He's always dying at
We
weddings, huh?
should swear to each other to guard their secrets, because if those are kept safe, then so are we all.
But you want to know what? Stupid move on his part. Look at this lunatic, first and foremost. Obviously, he's toxic and crazy. But he is a member of the Kingsguard. He's obviously, if you know he's tight with the heir to the throne, you know he's going to have her back him. And you should know how to play this game, stupid, and maybe not pop off at the mouth. This is extreme. He's a scummy. We hate oh God, we hate him. We hate Sir Kristen Cole. And beating somebody to death? Lunatic.
So, Kristen.
What happy news, Rhaenyra. A fine prince.
Do keep trying, Selena. Sooner or later, you may get one who looks like you.
Here's a perfect example, and I have a whole video about this explaining to stupid dumb idiots that the smartest thing this show did was make Corlys black and make that family a biracial family, because as book readers, we only know these characters from like a historian in that world writing the book. So it's not like the rest of the series. It's like a character writing history, and history is wrote by the winners. So all of this stuff is up for interpretation. How Alicent was, how Rhaenyra was, yada yada yada. But there was always a rumor that her kids with Laenor were not his. There was always a rumor that Laenor didn't particularly care for women, and it was a rumor. When they made Corlys black, first I said, I really love this look on the sea snake. I think he looks really awesome. This is cool. I like this. And then we had the crying and people whining. And then my film brain kicks in and I go, how smart? Because for the average viewer, not the freaks like us, it is going to be hard to keep 50 blue-eyed, white-haired whiteys running around with the same names and the same names as people in the previous series. And if you're not really good with that, you could get confused. Thank God we have someone who looks different and we can differentiate. That was smart. But also, when she has her kids, it is an easy way for the audience to go, I don't think that baby is his, visually, because that is what film does. So, not only is representation important, but also, it works very well on screen for this story, fundamentally.
He expects everyone in the Red Keep to deny the truth our eyes cannot plainly see.
Yeah, because I'm royalty, bitch. You married in.
Seems the younger boys could do better with a bit of your attention. Your interest in the princeling's training is quite unusual, Commander. Most men would only have that kind of devotion toward a brother or a son.
Yeah, that was pretty great.
Dark rumors are hunting us, Lena.
about our son's parentage. We're finished here.
You guys always have to remember what Cersei told Joffrey and apply it to anybody in the royal family. When Cersei tells Joffrey about the wolf bite in season 1, he gets bit by Arya's wolf, remember? And she says, and you fought the beast off, and you saved your woman, and all this crap. And he goes, that's not what happened. And she goes, you are my darling boy. You will be the king. When you sit the throne, the truth will be what you make it. Meaning, you can make up anything you want. We run this shit. We don't care. We run this shit. Remember that. And that's kind of what Rhaenyra is doing until it starts getting too close to home and she knows she's going to start a problem when my dad dies. But prior to that, Viserys was going, this is my blood, back off. It don't matter. It don't matter. Do you think he's that dumb? He's not stupid. He's just a goober. But that is still his blood. Those are still his grandkids. And so that's what he's saying. He's like, I don't give a shit. They're from my daughter. That's all that matters to me. The truth is what we make it.
I should have left years ago.
I wouldn't ask leave to take my son from court and escort him back to the family seat at Harrenhal.
I must rue the absence of my own father. If Otto Hightail was still at hand.
No. The worst.
They're dead.
The Queen makes a wish.
I did not wish for this.
I feel certain he will reward me.
I'm not gonna lie, if in this world all you wanted were some feet stuff, that's pretty tame. Vhagar is my favorite dragon. I will not apologize. That was epic, though. That was really sad and really well done.
If not the pursuit of legacy.
Rhaenyra's children are not of your blood.
History does not remember blood. It remembers names.
Vhagar is my mother's dragon.
Like I said, I'm Team Black all day, but Vhagar's my favorite dragon. I don't care.
Bastards.
This interminable infighting must cease!
Goodwill cannot make him whole.
Viserys is just a goober who wants nice Thanksgivings.
There is a debt to be paid.
Shut up!
Now they see you as you are.
I'm the blood of the dragon. Who are you?
We play an ugly game, but now for the first time I see that you have the determination to win it.
Yeah, you kind of pushed me into that,
Your
Dad.
devotion has not gone unnoticed.
And using our children as pawns.
I need you, Uncle.
We could not marry unless Leonor were dead.
They will fear what else we might be capable of.
It's been so long since we were granted the joy of your presence. King Viserys' condition has worsened.
Which authority will sit in judgment of my son's claim on his own inheritance?
That'll be mine. And the hands.
Back Luke's claim, and let us betroth Laena's children to mine. The Song of Ice and Fire, do you believe it to be true?
Kind of, not really.
You told me it was our duty to hold the realm united against a common foe. By naming me heir, you divided the realm.
I will sit the throne today.
Boom.
I hereby reaffirm Princess Aerys of House Velaryon is heir to Driftmark.
Because the truth is what we make it.
Aegon,
Our son.
his dream. The Song of Ice. The prince.
Okay, and let's get real. This was weak. This was super weak. You're telling me you took my son should be on the throne from this? You're his mom. You should know him so well. Did he ever talk about dreams? Did he ever talk about that? You should be able to deduce something here. And to me, this does not sound like, take my son and overthrow my daughter. That's not what it sounded like. And I'm like, you guys could have made it a bit more vague.
It is you.
I understand, my king.
Like, you're blatantly talking about a different Aegon right there.
The king is dead.
Then we may proceed now with the full assurance of his blessing on our long-laid plans.
Am I to understand that members of the small council have been planning secretly to install my son without me?
I do like that, though. Like I said, they're doing a good job of towing the line. I joke and I kid, and I do feel this way, but there are aspects of all of these characters that I do like, besides Otto.
I have no wish to rule. You get no argument.
Oh, and Aegon the Second. What a little bitch.
The former heir
The worst.
can, of course, be allowed to remain free and draw support to her claim. She and her family will be given the opportunity to publicly swear obeisance to the new king.
She'll never bend the knee. Rhaenyra's heirs are none of yours. Your husband. Even he has abandoned you. Gone these 6 long years to fight a desperate battle. leaving the Lady of Driftmark to chart her course alone.
I don't know who she thought she was stunting on Rainey.
All hail his grace, Lord of the
King
Seven
bitch
Kingdoms
made.
and protector of the realm.
We talk all about the sword and the importance of that and the crown. And the masses. We get into why the 7-point star starts taking over more than dragon stuff.
Aegon has been crowned as his successor. The Greens are coming for you, Rhaenyra.
Putting something above the Targaryen family.
Queen Rhaenyra Targaryen, first
Love
of her
this.
name, Lady of the Seven Kingdoms and Protector of the Realm.
King Aegon Targaryen is offering terms. No blood need be spilled. The realm can carry on in peace.
Girl destroys everything she touches.
I don't really feel like it.
Girl is holding the realm together at present. If war's first stroke is to fall, it will not be by my hand.
You do not mean to act.
We must first secure the support of Winterfell, the Eyrie, and Storm's End.
Dragons can fly faster than ravens, and they're more convincing.
You go as messengers. You must take no part in any fighting.
Now, here's the other problem. Storm's End is my favorite castle, and Vhagar is my favorite dragon. Getting to see them by each other,
I
loved
want
it.
you to put out your eye.
No.
Give me your eye, or I will take it, bastard.
Okay. Thanks, HBO. Now let's get into ranting a little bit, guys. Okay. Remember that I said with these companion podcasts and these breakdowns and these recaps that they're bogarting, you are no longer going to as many content creators or people making theories or things like that or breakdowns or whatever. And it's because HBO and Warner Brothers are known to do this, but everything does it now. Everything has a companion podcast or a breakdown after the show, and I think it's bullshit, is what I think it is. It changes the viewer's opinion on things where they might have had their own before, and then it makes it feel like you guys don't feel like your shows can hold on their own, so you need to put a narrative out to defend them already, because like I said, these are employees. I'm not putting down their work, I'm not putting down anything they do, but they're sticking to a script. And they're being told to say these things, and where you would have felt one way about how you took something and how it was for you, now you're being told no because I saw it this way, that's this isn't this, and it makes it feel more definitive, and you start thinking a certain kind of way, and I think that's bull. I think that's bullshit to do, because not only are you taking away from people like me, which sucks, but you're also taking kind of the fun out of it, in my opinion. You're taking away that community coming together more, and people going to different sites or different channels or different podcasts more, or seeking different stuff out, and you guys are controlling it all. Not only that, I do feel like this directly ties into, they just had their strike and everything, they weren't being paid, writers and all this stuff. Instead of wanting to take that issue head on and pay people more and do all that, you guys would rather come for the people on the internet who review and critique your stuff and attack them, allegedly. I don't know if I need to say that or if it was 100% proven, but like bosses, big people at HBO were allegedly, and Warner Brothers were allegedly on Twitter and on other social media platforms personally attacking different review people and different critics hard, and making tons of different accounts to do it on, and telling employees allegedly to do that and attack people online to get them to pipe down. So we know you guys have an issue and a problem with the internet and all of that. So now you want to control it more. But I do think by doing that, you are just trying to affect the critic, whatever score, or the bullshit Rotten Tomatoes stuff that people think matters, or you just want the internet going, we like this. That instead of going, hey, we're going to just start paying writers what they're owed so that they can do more work and write the stuff they really want to write and make it good, and they're not worn thin and on 25 billion projects. Instead of paying them more money to do more work and to do better work for your shows so that you have better shows and better writing, you would rather just go, no, the reviewers suck. And look, we called it right after our episode. We had the creator come on and talk about bullshit and say, oh, well, in my head it was this. Okay, well, in mine it wasn't. Like I said, that shit with Alicent and Aegon and Viserys and taking the throne was weak. That was one of the weakest parts of the show. But I didn't hate it. And like I said, I talk about this in detail in all my reviews. But I have an issue with that, especially with HBO and Warner Brothers. Especially with them. Because I feel like they're egregious with it. They really are. And you're already pissing people off, so I don't know why you want to piss more off, especially the internet. The people that consume your stuff and love it. We want to love this. Like, Come on. But outside of that, I hope people don't get the wrong idea. I'm super excited for House of the Dragon Season 2. I'm geeked. But I want to know, how are you Team Green? Because we all know that the Hightowers eventually plot with the Maesters, the dirty sneak gray rats, to kill the dragons off down the line, in my opinion. But how do you like them? How do you like Otto Hightower? How do you support Aegon II? I'm genuinely curious. I want to know. And if you disagree with anything else I said, let me know down in the comments. I love it. And I love this. Do you want to know what else I'm sick of? I'm sick of people going, oh, stating your opinion or being excited about something. Why else would I talk about this online unless it excited me? I love that when people come to, like, a reaction I'm doing and go, like, why is it such a big deal? I don't know, I have a whole goddamn YouTube channel about it, stupid. So why wouldn't you think I'd be excited or care about these things? But I'm sick of these pansy-ass answers. I'm sick of people going, well, no one really won the Dance of Dragons. No, somebody did. Somebody did win. There's a clear winner. Whether or not you appreciate how they got there or agree with how they got there or agree with whatever, someone's bloodline is on that throne at the end of it. And that's called a winner. I get it. There was casualties and losses on both sides. It's awful. It's terrible. The little guy ends up footing the bill for it. I get that. I'm very aware. But get real. There's a winner. So I'm sick of seeing that answer. And I'm sick of people going, especially in the Game of Thrones community. You guys know this. I love this. This is why I started YouTube. It originally was supposed to be me and other people just doing Game of Thrones stuff. Get real. This fandom can be snooty, McSnoots, passive-aggressive, rude people. They can. I don't know why it's attracted to this community, but it is. And that's fine. You can be that. That's totally cool. And I knew very well how the fandom was prior to doing this. But let's get real. Everybody's trying to give these political answers, and they're like, well, you know, technically... But shut up. Shut up. Pick a character. Pick a side. Say I like them or I don't. I want them to die or I don't. It's going to be kick-ass or not. I just want to hear more of, like, straightforward shit. Of, like, do you want to know why I like them? Because they can fucking fight. That's why I like them. I like them because they're attractive. I like them because their horse is cool. I don't give a shit. I'm just so sick of these, oh, well, you know, technically, because George whispered one time that so-and-so is whatever that it means. Shut up! Shut up. I love your theory crafting. Go theory craft, whatever, but when it comes down to, like, can we just have some fun? Loosen up. Learn to loosen up. I'm not saying that other people are bad. I'm saying I love their takes. I love that intricacy. I love that. I love it so much. But sometimes it's just like, stop being a robot out here on the internet. Cut the shit. Cut the shit. We all like characters and dislike characters. We all want somebody to win and not win. I don't give a shit. But let's be more fun. Let's be more fun, Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, A Song of Ice and Fire community. Just a little bit. I'm not asking for much. And I'm Abby with MotorCityNerds. I'm on OFM, on TikTok, I'm on all the things down below. And yeah. Let me know. Because, like I said, do you see how they just... I bet you a bunch of content creators could have went, oh, I was going to make a recap. I was going to do a whole thing. Because I did that on other social media platforms and was planning on doing another. But now it's like, what's the point? What's the point when HBO, with millions of subscribers, the channel that produces it, is putting things like this out? Why should I put in a ton of work for something for me who's so small might not even get viewed?